Hello and welcome to the SWRA podcast. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, listener, I welcome you again. This podcast will intersect the topics of aging, wellness, and wisdom. And my name is Maggie Lazar. I am your host and totally thrilled to have you on. Today is Aging Day. I'm 67, and in my circles, the majority of the sisters I interact with, friends, they are like in the 50s and up, all the way to close to 90. 90. We are just bucking the trends, and everybody's living, not everybody, but we are living longer and better. So I always say, if we get to be this age, we should be so thankful and appreciative, right? So the topic of aging has been fascinating to a lot of people. And boy, oh boy, if you've lived any length of time, you know all the things that have been talked about, research, proposed, tried, injections, and all kinds of procedures, right? Stretches and uh, people they come up with things that for you to drink, and it's like some people just don't even want to entertain the thought that we are getting older and we are heading towards our death. We can talk about death in another episode, but the topic of aging is fascinating. And what I've said before is that, yes, you have the genetic predisposition. But in my family, the women die at a nice, ripe old age, 80s, 90s. And I am grateful for that. But at 67, I don't know how long I have left, right? So, because again, I could buck that trend and die earlier, or I'll die in my 90s. And who knows? We don't know. But I don't want to get hung up on that. But one of the things that we can do in addition to making sure we don't ingest certain things like, alcohol, you don't smoke, right? You try to keep a healthy weight, which is not easy, especially after menopause, but you don't get hung up on all the details because, as I mentioned, also wellness is a state of being. It's a mindset. We're not getting on the scale. We're not, obsessing over a pound here, a pound there. I personally am not a proponent of extreme diets. You're vegan, you can't have an egg, you can't have this. I do not ascribe to that kind of lifestyle. But today I just wanted to touch briefly on supplements, right, that we can add to our diet. What I believe is that the Lord has given us nature with everything we need. We need is in it, whether it's animal protein, whether it's plants, whether it's drinks, because all these supplements they're trying to sell you come from a plant. All the medications you are paying, hundreds of dollars for come from a plant, most of them, right? So if you eat a balanced diet, then you don't have to worry so much about supplementing. Because again, you live in a capitalistic society, people are trying to make a buck. They will convince you to buy this and buy that. And you got to be smart. Don't watch all these. Oh my God, I'm telling you, on that YouTube, some of the ads is like over and over the same thing. I get so fed up, but I know I'd have to buy a subscription to block the ads, and I don't want to do that. Too cheap for that. But eat a balanced meal. When you're looking at your plate, you say, do I have a variety on there? Do you have grains? Do you have fruits? Do you have veggies, right? Do you have protein? All the things that you know are good for you. So if you eat a balanced diet, meal plan. And then you make sure you have multiple colors and textures on your plate. You don't need to worry so much about go and buy this supplement. I mean, boy, I remember I used to go to Walmart and then they would have rows and rows of things I couldn't even pronounce. And I'm like, something thistle and I'm like, I can't even pronounce those things. So I really don't ascribe to spending money buying all these supplements because let me tell you, in case someone never told you that, your body cannot absorb all that stuff. So a lot of it goes out unbroken, unabsorbed, and it's just money down the drain. So be smart about your body. And there is a danger in just mixing all these things together. They may not work well together and can cause you some problems. Okay? So don't obsess about supplements, sis. Just commit yourself to eating healthy things from the earth. You've heard me say that all the time. Prepackaged foods are not your friends. So leave them alone, leave them be. And I believe if people didn't buy them, they would make them, all right? Because it's all economics, supply and demand. So go out there today, look at your plate, sis, and everything you're putting in your body, ask yourself, is this going to feed my body? Is it good for my brain? And I mean, tell you, it's going to make you stop in your tracks. When you reach out for that donut, that Krispy Kreme donut, and you look at it, you say, how much sugar is in there? How much fat? Put it away. Put it away. All right. So be good. Go out there and think about your body, your wellness, aging well. That is your responsibility, not mine and nobody else's. Okay. Have a good day. God loves you and I love you. I will see you tomorrow. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bye.